welcome back to the best thing that we watched this week. Chris from Movies and Munchies and myself, Ruben from the Ruby Tuesday. We talk movies weekly on our podcast. And this week we're going to have an interesting eclectic mix, I think, because I actually have more poo in the worst thing we watched section than I have good. So Chris will bring the joy, I'll bring the poop.
That sounds good.
But before we get into that, let me just let you know, this is what we normally do every week. We talk about the movies. We talk about an anime section. We talk about the worst thing. We talk about entertainment news. And we talk about what we're looking forward to coming. And a film that we perhaps haven't seen for a long time or first time watch. Now, this week, we're going to be talking about the Taking of Deborah Logan. And that is all because of Chris. So we're going to have an interesting discussion about that later on. We're going to be talking Guy Ritchie. We got all of that kind of stuff coming on. And then to remind you guys, if you enjoy supporting us, hit the thumbs up, share, like. And if you want your question highlighted or you want to support us more, just hit the super chat or whatever. And also, you could also always check out our Patreon, which starts at £1 and is called The Bearded Ones because we have beards. And we have over 90 videos on there. There's a new video going up there today. But when we start, we do the movie quote quizzes. And Chris gives us the answers for last one. So lets us know who won or who didn't. Mostly me that didn't. And then Chris will give us some new ones. So over to you, Chris.
Hey. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you happen to be watching, we are greatly appreciative that you are on and lending us your eyeballs. Okay, so the winners from last week, Chris Retzlaff, Nostromo, the Bunny Dojo got half of them, but also got the theme, and Chris Retzlaff got the theme also, so that's outstanding there. But the Bunny Dojo, which I just love saying that name, Ruben, do you remember your question from last week?
I do.
They got the 3 degrees of separation to Kevin Bacon. So you have to watch something for them. I'm so excited.
I actually already did this because on my channel from last week's lives section, someone jumped in like pretty much immediately and went and said it's this answer. So it was the Bunny Jojo actually who said the question was, okay, so they went Jean-Claude Van Damme, which was the first connection from me, and then Gary Oldman to Kung Fu Panda 2, Criminal Law with Kevin Bacon. So that's Gary Oldman connects to that. So
oh my gosh,
that was very good.
Wow.
Yeah, so they asked me to review either Togo, a Star Trek, or Godzilla versus Kong. So I'll just talk about Star Trek quick.
Okay.
Chris, how many times have you seen the reboot, like the new Star Trek trilogy?
Oh, the Kelvin Timeline one?
Yeah, the Kelvin Timeline.
A bunch.
I absolutely love the first one. I mean, I love all the three as a trilogy, but the first one, I think, knocks it out of the park to creating the atmosphere, the tension, but also just connecting you to the world that you know. The characters are those characters. You feel at home, the building of those characters. When I saw the Enterprise for the first time, and you see it's still like on like scaffolding or whatever, but they're like building it. And the intro to our character who's still a kid, and everything he has to go through, that intro with him riding on the car and the motorbike, I thought was fantastic. Kind of shows his rebelliousness. And then the heart sore moment, I think, which is the real intro. It's like, your dad saved 800 people in the 10 minutes he was captain. What could you do? And I've always loved that, the cast, the intensity. Eric Bana as the bad guy. I thought he brought a really interesting, because you kind of understood what he was doing, why he did it. Like, his anger was justified. what he was doing, those always make for the best bad guys, I think, which is why Thanos was an interesting, bad guy. So, and then obviously helming at the director is a
Abrams.
guy, yeah, what's his name?
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, J. Abrams, who went overboard. Like let's just say, okay, he went overboard with the flares. Yes,
You know, it was
but I
just a
thought for
lens flare movie.
sci-fi, it just kind of lent into it. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. If I need to feel good or just watch something that's complete escapism, but I love the characters, I'll put that on. Like that is genuinely my favorite. So, well done for getting the question right, Bunny Jojo. And there's like a quick movie review for you.
Nice. All right. Well, okay. So going back then to the movie quote quiz, we'll give you the answers for last week. It was Aliens, Die Hard 2, Spider-Man 2, and The Godfather Part 2.
It was The Godfather I got wrong.
Okay. Well, it was all the theme was sequels.
Sequels. Yeah.
Yes. Just sequels. Nostromo thought I was too easy, and so I should be fired, which is going to make him even more mad this week because this week's very easy.
Okay.
I'm trying to be inclusive, though. I want everybody to get a
it's
chance
like
here.
it's only easy if you know them.
Well, this is true. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, number one. A minute ago, this was the safest job in the world. Now it's turning into a bad day in Bosnia. Okay. Number two. You should never underestimate the predictability of stupidity.
These are harder than last week.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Number three. Madam, this is a glorious hedgehog goulash. I can't remember ever having better.
Nice. I think the hedgehog gave it away.
Yeah, that's...
But again, only if you know it, if you've seen it.
True, yes. Yeah. Yes. And that whole conversation is hilarious.
Yeah.
But, okay, let us know. Either you can let us know in the comments on replay or whatever, or even in the chat. We give you the shout out next week. Ruben, though, do you have a question for this week?
I do have a question for this week.
Okay.
Okay. I have to be specific. What is... Well, Chris, you can give me your top three, and we'll get people to answer this in the comments as well, or on the replay. But what is the greatest live-action TV series theme tune intro? So I said live-action because, like with the animation, you could go DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, all of those like that. But we're talking live-action. So I was going to say top 5, but that could take us ages. But top 3, ones that you can't live without. The ones that you don't skip is genuinely or generally the ones that are probably the ones for you that to help you decide.
Okay, so Dark is on there just because that's part of the show that I love. You know what I mean? So it's that atmosphere.
Okay.
But if I go like iconic, gosh, that would be Airwolf.
Oh.
You know, like the old... Exactly. Yeah. Maybe MASH.
You know, I haven't seen a single episode of MASH. It just wasn't in my timeline. Yeah. I've never seen the movie. I know of it. I know of its glory. Yeah.
The movie's great, but the series, I mean, that is a tremendous dramedy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know of it, but yeah, it was never in like our family area. It wasn't one of those Friday nights. Yeah,
nobody watched.
I don't think it even aired. Like, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to check that out at some point. It was streaming on a couple of services, or at least one, like for free. Not that you had to pay for it, but I don't.
Yeah,
know
it's old now. Yeah.
Yeah. The last one, if I wasn't including Dark, the A-Team is always fun.
Nice.
You know, yeah. What about you?
I mean, I would go Game of Thrones. I would look every week, not just with the theme tune, but what they were changing in the intro, and like kind of give you an insight. I thought that was so clever. I love I love people that take the time in their creativity to tell a bit of the story in every moment possible. I always thought it was a waste. You're like, it's just music and that's great. But if you have that time, do something with it. And like, Game of Thrones did that. I thought was excellent. Of course, it's been ruined since for me with the parody of Death and Boobies. Death and Boobies, Death and Boobies.
Oh, I've never even seen
Oh,
that.
if you see it, yeah.
It's fitting, but
Yeah, it works really well, unfortunately. And then there was another similar epic. Do you remember the TV series that had the androids? It was like a Western. They didn't know they were androids. Yes, Westworld. Now that theme tune, awesome. It was I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Jawan Malwald. I'm gonna kill it, but yeah, this guy, he's one of the best, and that theme tune gets stuck in your head. Like once you start hearing it, you know it.
okay.
And the third one, man, that is so tough. It probably Supernatural. There are TV series that you love. That's why they're your favorite, right?
Yeah.
So I would say that there is a theme tune on Supernatural that's not actually the theme tune to the show, but it's the theme tune that they use to wrap up the end of the season and bring about the beginning of the new season. So it's called Carry On My Wayward Sons. It's Carry On My Wayward Sons. Yeah. And whenever that kicked in, you knew you were in for something big. So it wrapped it up really well and then set up the new season. And it was always like the hair standing on the back of your neck sort of thing. Whenever they kicked that song in, you knew you were in for something terribly good. So yeah, yeah, those are them. Now, if we cross over to comments, I bet some people have some.
Oh
as
yeah. Well, and you know what I was thinking as we were talking, X-Files also.
Oh, flip, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go Fringe.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Let's see. Anybody that talks about, okay, so Badger, Quantum Leap, Battlestar Galactica, Knight Rider.
Knight Rider's great. Yeah.
Knight Rider is great. I know her.
Westworld.
Westworld, Game of Thrones, and let's see here, the MacGyver theme song.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Let's see here. True Detective Night.
Oh yeah, yeah. We just watched that. Yeah, that was excellent. Great theme tune. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's also Enterprise. I've never seen that. Have you?
Yes, that's a brilliant theme tune. Very, very, very good. 4 seasons and it carries. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Let's see here. We'll just say hi to everybody really quick.
Okay.
Yutaka is sitting for the discussion for Deborah Logan, which is outstanding. He's ready to go. Avatar has been renewed. We will talk about that. Good evening. Let's see here. Should I need to watch Gentleman movie? Well, you know what? We're going to get to that. Niket, hey. Juice, good day. Bunny Dojo. 2009 Star Trek 2, love it. Cast everyone perfectly. Yeah, I love it. The whole thing worked really well in that, I thought.
Yeah, it's a perfect movie for me. Like, I have no flaws for that film. Yeah.
So much fun. Yeah. General, not only hey again from Lebanon,
hey,
but
Lebanon.
Adam's Family. Da-da-da-da.
Of course.
Da-da-da-da.
That's so iconic. Yeah.
That one. I mean, come on. How can you not?
How can you not? Yeah, there's so many. Crazy.
Yeah. Michael, our Minnesota whiskey lover, good morning.
Morning.
Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So we will go back to comments in just a little bit.
Okay. Are we going to dive right in?
Let's dive right in. Do you want to go first?
Well, I'm thinking that we both probably have this on ours. So if we talk about The Gentleman, is it on yours?
It is on mine.
Okay,
yes.
cool. So then we're heading two Richies with one stone, and we can talk about it to our heart's content. Now, it's been a while since I've seen The Gentleman, but not that long. It's actually not that of an old film. And I think I didn't see it at the cinema or when it came out. I only saw it like a couple of years later, and then I watched it and thought, yeah, it was fine. I think it was a 2018 film. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was surprised when we had Guy Ritchie, same name, series. I was like, wait, I swear this came out of nowhere. I was like, okay, suddenly this is here. And I think Guy Ritchie films tend to be like this. Some great ones, some not so great ones.
Yep.
I was hoping this was going to be a great one. Just off the bat, before we carry on, I think this is fantastic, but mostly because the dialogue is incredible. That's what wins it for me. Like the dialogue, it has to meet two worlds: the pompous and ceremony of royalty speaking, and the gore blimey of those two worlds clashing, and it hits every nail. I loved it. Like I had so much fun watching this. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's what he does also so well is, you're right, because he's hit and miss. The gangster element, he understands.
Oh,
Mixing that with the drug underworld and just the travelers and the fighting, all of that.
That's quintessential Ritchie, isn't it? Like
it is.
You take bits from his films and you're like, oh, put that in the series, and that works.
Exactly. Yeah. And I did see. Me and my kids saw The Gentleman in theaters. Loved it. Had a blast with it. I mean, every character. You think about like Hugh Grant, just unexpected.
So good. Colin Farrell was so good in that as well.
Oh my gosh, yes, just amazing. So, I was hesitant walking into this,
because you have a love for that story. It's good, yeah.
Yeah, and this was 8 episodes, and I'm like, do we need a series on a movie that's already happened? I love though that that this is in that world, but it doesn't. They're not tied together necessarily. You don't have to see the movie to watch the series.
Yeah.
And I think both have their own merits there. But you're right. The dialogue was spectacular. But I think also it was some of the characters and the actors that they got to play them. Like you and I have both talked about Jimmy. The character of Jimmy.
Jimmy. He's my second favorite character in the series. Like, dude, he's the dumb character, right? He's the character, but he's also the character you kind of love.
Oh, absolutely.
He's the guy that things are probably gonna happen wrongly or badly because of him, because he's making terrible decisions, and yet we have another one of those characters, the brother, who. I was like, he's making terrible decisions, but I don't like him. Like, stop it. You're ruining things. But Jimmy does bad decisions, and I was like, that's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
I was concerned for Jimmy's outcome. Like,
yeah, exactly.
The brother, I mean, come on. That's your own consequences there.
Dude,
you're an idiot. You've brought this on yourself, so, whatever. I just...
The brother is the one that puts them into the world of hurt. It's because of him that they keep having to dig out and make new lies, deal with people in like they start at the weed element and they end up at like the worst element possible.
Yeah, it's so. Oh my gosh. So the pacing I thought for this was really good because it was fast. It retained Guy Ritchie's his editing style, which is similar to Edgar Wright's. I mean, they share some things that are,
there's a flow to it that it keeps it moving the whole time. The adjustment, the height, the low, the strange angles, all of that really plays a part. It's a character, yeah.
Yeah, it really is, yeah. And I love how he gives us other parts of the story or ways to give us exposition, but in the unexpected ways, through the flashbacks, except we think we know what happened, but we don't, because then we get to see what really happened, and So yeah, I thought that was really good. The trying to think, the characters were probably a little shallow. I think, like some of them, not all of
Some
them,
of them, not
but
all of them. For me, Vinnie Jones was a surprise.
oh my
I loved
gosh,
his character. That was my favorite character. I only normally see Vinnie Jones as the football hooligan,
yeah,
the hard bloke. And don't get me wrong, he is the hard bloke in this. He's the groundskeeper. But at the same time, he has like a trillion pets that he rescues from the wild.
yeah,
And also, there's this story, a broken family story that
yeah.
like you figure out that they don't
Hmm.
make you. That's what I kind of liked it. That I felt intelligent for figuring out some of the stuff that they don't necessarily just dump on exposition, which they
Yeah,
could have done in a very heavy dialogue series. Yeah, his character for me was standout. I thought he was excellent.
yeah. I really liked him in this role because it got to show some more range of
Yeah,
other than just that
yeah,
brute. I mean, the hedgehog wandering through. Wandering through his house and just different things like that, or when he sat there and would watch and give pointers to the when they're doing the trap shooting,
yeah,
and the idiot brother is like missing, and he's so patient with
yeah.
with
Has
him.
so much patience, yeah. And also just the way he brings you tea. He's a big strapping dude, and he's like cup of tea, a saucer. Here you go, mum. That's sort of the way of, like a very mellow, chilled out guy. But behind that, not to mess with him.
Yeah.
It's a interesting, fun. Must have been a brilliant character to play.
Oh yeah, I think so. Do you want a second season?
If the story's good, if the dialogue's good, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they go with the Empire.
Yeah.
If that's what happens, it's they've left a few things open, so I think there's
Hmm.
definitely scope for it. What else is the brother going to do? You know, because that's probably what's going to
They
happen.
they just need to lock him in a room. You
Yeah,
know.
they need to just give him his own like a wing, give him all the drugs he wants, and let him just stay in that side and his chicken suit.
Yeah.
And
So good.
also, the chicken suit will go down in history as one of the best scenes of all time.
Dude, yeah, because it's not just him in the chicken suit, it's everything that leads up to that, him getting himself psyched up,
Yeah,
the aftermath,
yeah, all of that.
yeah, I loved the way that they him not him because that doesn't tell you anybody. Theo James and Kea Scodelario, how
Yes.
their dynamic, I mean that tension between them.
I mean, talk about proper chemistry. They had it. Like, even though they didn't get together, you felt like they were into each other. But
Hmm.
also, it's that sort of Romeo and Juliet. They come from two different worlds, and they
Yeah.
really do clash. It's also the creation of a sort of kingpin. Like,
Yeah.
this guy doesn't really want to be in that, but finds that he's really good at it, you know? And you're like,
Really good
should
at
I
it.
be rooting for these guys? They're not really the good guys, are they? Like, there's some muddy water here.
Yeah, you there's definitely the gray area there that he's oh my gosh, yeah. So yeah, a lot of fun. I think this is really well done. I mean the from acting to editing to um one thing, what was I was going to say? I saw somebody say something that made no sense to me. Um who I can't remember.
I really like the continuity, even though it's different directors. It's something you mentioned in your review. And I thought, yeah, that is actually something special. And how did they do that? Ritchie must have had his hand or his eye on the project all the way through to kind of saying, yeah, this is not really the tone of feeling. Because you will often have a series that is great, but it's different directors and you don't get that continuity of feeling like it's one contained story. It's just like, oh yeah, it's here, it's here, it's here. And I always think, I know it's much more difficult to direct a series because it's like 4 films depending on how many episodes that you're doing. But this, I guess, shows us that you can do it.
Yeah, and thank you for saying that. That's what I was trying to remember, because I had seen somebody do a review and they had talked about how you can wildly tell that they're different, and this person
No,
was
I don't
not
think
even
that's
sure
true.
they watched it. Yeah, I'm not sure they even watched it.
I don't think that's true at all. Yeah.
Yeah, it because like the first 2 episodes are directed by Ritchie, and then afterwards, no joke, at the end I kept watching who directed this episode, because I was like, how many did he direct? Because you just it felt it. He was You're right. He had his hand on it the whole way through, which for this type of thing I appreciate. I don't think I want everybody else's interpretation of how this world should be.
No,
I'm watching this
for the dialogue, the banter back and forth, the way you cut and edit that, the look of it, the grading, all of that is part of the Ritchie package. And if you take that out of it, even because you're doing your own creative thing, it will lose that momentum it's garnered from the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, cool. Should we go to a few of the chats?
Yeah, let's.
Okay. Oops. I'm writing down time codes, and I I typed 85 seconds, which I'm not sure what that means. Let's see here. Go and make sure which ones I missed. Let's see. Some of the best things somebody watched. Niket saw the Heart of the Sea.
Nice.
I saw that in the theater.
I love that film. Yeah.
When the whale, the scope, yeah, of how big,
I know the focus puller on that, actually.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Right on. Yasi, going back to the themes. House, that's a good one. The Twilight Zone, come on. Yes. Yeah. True Blood, I never watched that, so I don't know what that.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Monk, I don't know that one either.
I was never into Monk. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Law and Order. Dun dun
dun dun. That's become a meme since. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Mindhunter also. I don't remember that one, but that's yeah. Red Dwarf.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember the theme tune. Have you seen Red Dwarf?
I've never seen Red Dwarf. No.
Dude, you would love that. That is
it's
so
sci-fi,
British.
Right?
Yeah, but it's British comedy. Think like IT Crowd, that sort of stuff, like just in space. It's so stupid. It's brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, it's comedy.
It's full on comedy. Yeah.
Okay. Huh. I didn't know that. Juice watched Temple. I'm not sure what Temple is. I don't know if I've seen that. But right on. Let's see here. Oh, Mandalorian. Yeah.
How did I not have that in my top 3? Oh my gosh, I actually have that as my alarm.
Do you really?
The theme, yeah.
that guitar part. I mean, it's so just.
It's so good.
What?
Yes.
Yeah. Dune 2 in IMAX today, Marginal Man. Wow. Yes. Outstanding. Nice. I'm glad that you agree with Ruben. Fade Rafa. Yeah. Best movie I watched in the theater since Top Gun Maverick. Wow. And that was a spectacular one as well. And excellent in IMAX also.
Yes. Two epics too. And I'm so glad I'm right.
Yeah, a Sexy Beast series. I loved the movie with Ben Kingsley.
It's not been given good marks at all.
Really?
Yeah, the series, yeah.
Okay.
It's on Paramount Plus.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, so there you go. Oh, yeah. The Gentleman. Yep, absolutely. Glad you're enjoying that too.
Yep.
Would we recommend a series like Mindhunter? Oh, yeah.
Like Mindhunter.
Like my, not yes. Yes, yeah. I would recommend it.
7. That's a movie. What's that one on Apple that was incredible? At the
Blackbird?
best. Yeah, Blackbird.
Yeah, that's a really good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Yep. Netflix did the Dahmer series.
The what series?
Jeffrey Dahmer, remember?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Dah, yeah, Mel.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep,
That was really good. That was well done. That was disturbing.
yep, very.
So yeah. Theme song Star Trek New Generation. Oh my gosh, greatest American hero. No joke, randomly throughout the year, that pops into my head all the time. I have it someplace in my garage, the first season on DVD.
How does that go? I don't know what that is.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Never thought I could feel so free. Seriously, did you ever watch that, or did you just want me to sing?
No, I've never heard of it.
It's a terrible show now, but it was awesome because it's like it's this dude who aliens drop off of a spacesuit, except he loses, and this guy gets it, but he loses the instruction manual, and so he doesn't know how to fly. Well, and he certainly doesn't know how to land. That's
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
Okay.
great. Yeah, yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. Maybe Tomorrow from the Littlest Hobo. I don't know what that is.
Wow, these are pulling out some weird ones here. Yeah. Nope.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, Gospel John in
I can't tell if he's just acting over the top or if that's like his persona. It's creepy, man.
dude, that guy is unsettling.
Yeah, very much. The priest from The Gentleman. Yeah, he like you. I've seen characters like him. I've played against characters like him. Like in The Last of Us, there's the first season, the game. There's a character that's very similar to that. Or Far Cry. Yeah, I think number 6. There's like this over the top priest guys. You know that they think they're all like holier than they're God's calling, and yet they're like peddling drugs,
Yeah.
opioids.
Oh, yeah, Vinny J. Oh, yeah, Giancarlo Esposito also. That, yep.
When is he not good?
Exactly. Yes.
Seriously.
Yeah, and in this one, he brings that proper, that arrogance and refined, hubris. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
you feel like his hubris is earned. Like he really is that good.
Yes, and I don't, well, I don't want to get into that because that becomes a spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Shogun, absolutely, General. Shogun is spectacular.
I've heard a lot of people talking about Shogun Episode 3, how much it feels like a feature film. Like
Wow, okay.
So I really want to watch it, but my wife says we're not starting anything new, which makes me sad. So
This
I'll have
is,
to wait till it's out.
oh my gosh, so good. Okay, the important question of the day from G Loco: waffles or pancakes?
That is tough. 'Cause
Yes.
I would say waffles in America, because waffles in America seem to be massive, and you put all sorts of stuff on them, right? Waffles here are generally like squared things that are tiny, and I don't really like them. But I used to have waffles in South Africa, and they were big, round, and you could have like
I love that you did like bigger than a basketball. You,
and there was this Waffle House like franchise, and they always
Waffle
brought you
House?
like no, it wasn't called that.
Oh.
It had, they bring you over like sauces, like different flavors in squeezy.
Syrups.
Yeah, different syrups. Yeah,
not
That's a sauce.
sauces.
that's a
No.
sauce.
Oh gosh, do you know how that's revolting?
Tomato sauce and mustard. So you'd have ice cream or cream, but I always go for ice cream, and then like. But you guys put like bacon and eggs and sausage and stuff, right?
Yeah, but I mean, waffles are like a great breakfast food more than anything. But if you
What?
get a thin waffle, you wrap it and make it into a waffle cone.
Because you see, in the Europe, pancakes are a big deal because there's different types. Like you get the crepes that are massive.
Oh, yeah, I love
and, they
crepes, yeah.
fold, and what you can put inside there. You get like this
Strawberries.
like chocolate. Oh yeah, you can get cinnamon and lemon, all of that together. But you get chocolate and you put it. It melts in there, right? And
I love German pancakes.
yes, so good for your diet.
Dude, yeah. See, for me, which um, I love pancakes, but I also love waffles because I love butter. And so I can just,
What?
t- well, because when you have a waffle, you cut off a whole bunch of butter and you put it on top, and then it just sits on top and melts into all the little crevices.
It's not
And then
not a potato waffle, right?
what were those words that just came out of your mouth?
you, you get potato waffles here. And I thought, well, that's why he's putting butter on them, because butter and waffles just doesn't make sense to me. This question, of all the questions, gee, Loco, what did you do?
And then Ruben broke Chris.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, goodness. That was a great question. Thank you for that. Chris Retzlaff, MASH, Quantum Leap. Yep. Outside of Game of Thrones and then Law of Order. There you go.
Boom, boom, boom,
Oh,
boom.
Son of Soils. Small Wonder. Dude. Okay. I don't even remember the theme song, but I remember the show. That's crazy. Did you ever see that? No?
No.
Okay.
Aladdin is a movie, so that's disqualified. Sorry.
Next episode, did not enjoy The Gentleman, but did enjoy Damsel.
Eh?
You and I don't see eye to eye on that, but that is
Would
okay.
you
I'm
like
glad
some
that
medicine? Are you okay?
glad that you enjoyed that there. Strain, great vampire show. I saw parts of that. I don't think I've seen a ton
Great.
of it, though.
That's a Guillermo del Toro creation as well.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. Westworld and Game of Thrones are the same composer.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Dewaldi. I'll find him. I'll find who it is.
Okay. Mark Strong is in Temple. Cool. Blackbird. Yep. That's a spectacular.
Yeah.
Says Paul Walter Hauser is good.
He runs that. Okay, in the comments I've posted, so it's Raman Dewadi.
Okay.
That's the composer. Yeah.
Okay. Our director is doing another movie, globetrotting action adventure. Cool. That'll be fun. The two oh yeah, Hitman's Bodyguard. I love the Hitman's Bodyguard. I'm okay with the Hitman's Bodyguard's wife. That one was just it got repetitive and boring. Did you like the Hitman's Bodyguard?
Yeah, I think they're movies and they have some runtime.
Okay. Happy Valley. Happy Valley. Is that the British show? Yes, that's so good. From 2014. There's a couple of seasons of it. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's not happy.
No, it's not, but I love it. I love so good. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, talking about how directors change. Yeah, you can tell when they change there. Red Dwarf lyrics. I want to lie shipwrecked and comatose, drinking fresh mango juice. That's great.
Badger knows.
That's so good. It's
so weird.
I'm not sure which one that's talking about there, but The Gentleman. Yep, absolutely,
Yeah.
Fro. Thank you. River. That was a great one. I loved River. Did you see River? That was with Stellan Skarsgård, I believe.
Okay.
Was
it more than one season?
No, not yet.
Is it new?
No. It's actually. Let me make sure I'm thinking of the right one. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. And Nicola Walker. It's a unique premise, so that was good. Cool. Marcella. Oh, Marcella. That's a good one. Yeah, if you liked Mindhunter, Marcella. The end of season 1 was so crazy. I was like, oh. So yeah, there you go. Shogun getting to be the best of the year. Yes. Extraordinary. Ruben, you've liked that?
Yeah, I didn't have time to watch it, but it's all out on Disney now.
Nice.
I'm sure it's good. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, and pancakes for Michael the whiskey lover.
Pancakes for the win.
Yes. Okay. Let's go back to our stuff. What do you
Okay.
think? The best
Yeah.
thing we watched. You want to hit up something that you watched, or you want me to go?
How many have you got?
Um, two more.
Okay. Yeah, I've got two more. So either way, go for it.
Okay. So this was a documentary that was one of the most horrifying things I've watched in quite a while. It's called The Program: Cons, Cults, and Kidnapping. It's on Netflix, and it's documenting these religious-themed schools, academies. There's no actual learning that was really going on there. They're not accredited. But what was going on is all sorts of abuse. I mean, just running the gamut, ridiculous rules, and it was costing parents a ton of money. Parents are being hoodwinked and then like brainwashed into what it is. And
Yeah, not just the parents. Yeah, I mean, not just the students, the parents as well. Yeah.
the parents, yeah. And that was this is, it is a documentary, but you know, a lot of the time documentaries try and maintain a balanced focus or a neutral view just to bring you all of the facts to tell a story. This one is not doing that. I mean, it is bringing you all of the facts, but it is definitely, I mean,
But I mean, I was thinking about that. Like, how would you? Because they take a few of the people there and just tell it as it happened.
oh, yeah.
Like,
Well,
this is what happened to me.
Well, and the director, the producer, the one who is doing this, she was a student, you know, there. So she experienced all of this. So this is really more of an expose, and that doesn't take away from it at all.
No.
It is horrifying and riveting all at the same time. And you watch these young people, they are on a roller coaster of emotions as they're going through this thing. Because sometimes they're laughing, and then other times they're just sobbing.
As you see them recollect what they've gone through, at like one moment they can be fine, like then suddenly they're talking to them, and then they just break down. It's like, what am I even doing here? Why did I bring myself back to this? Yeah, I think that they're really lucky as creators, like to tell the story, because there was so much evidence in the ways of physical evidence and videotapes. Like, so you had the people that were willing to come back and tell the story. Then you had the evidence, and it's still, and with all of that, the stuff that didn't happen to these people,
Well, and the fact that people could still like, oh no, that didn't happen.
yeah,
Dude, you left all your evidence in the building and then you just walked away.
Yeah.
I mean, when they were flipping through that DVD binder of all of the security cam footage, what kind of moron do you have to be to record all of that and then like save it? Why would you do that? What is that for training manuals? Is that for, you know, holiday parties, for staff parties or something? I don't understand. What?
So, but you know what's even more horrific to think about is that everything they documented that they saw on camera, there were also rooms that didn't have cameras, and that's when you hear some of them, like some of the stuff that they allude to that went on, because they wouldn't even talk about some of the stuff that went on. You're like, ugh, these people suck.
When I think about that one guy who he was breaking down, and he was like, everything was coming back up. He had gotten out, but then being there was like bringing it all up, and they're like, but you can walk away. You can walk out now on your own. And he did, and you could see that, you know, that kind of
that relief. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then the other story of a boy who ended up in this school because his parents died. He was just alone, and so foster parents didn't want him, so they tossed him in this. And then something tragic happens to him.
Yeah. But I mean, that was some of the this is meant to be a school for those that you've been expelled from a number of schools, military schools not even working for you. This is the last resort. And some of the parents that send like, oh, my daughter did so well at like a private boarding school. We want to send them both to this. And you're like, what are you doing? You've ruined your kids' lives now forever.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear from the trauma specialists and the psychologists about what this does long term for them and what kind of work all of these kids would need to do to be able to to progress past this. You know,
But even the consequences of them trying to escape,
oh yeah,
like going to jail and stuff, because they
yeah,
escaped, they had to use force. So then they go to jail. So because of the abuse that they faced and trying to get out of that, I was. This is why I didn't review it. I didn't want to talk about it anymore. Thanks for bringing it up, because I was livid. I was like, people suck. They're so horrible.
well,
And
you
this
know
is true.
oh yeah. Oh no, absolutely. Well, and I've had some people in my comments on my review talking about how they were either they were in one of the schools that was run by the organization, or they were in something very similar. And it is, I mean, that is so sad to hear, because what little we see and relatively little that we hear, I mean, you can imagine how much more it becomes and how
For sure.
terrible it is.
But this is one of the great things about documentaries, is it often brings to light stories that people on a platform like Netflix, like 240 or 60 countries worldwide now have the opportunity, which means millions and millions of people. And in America, a lot of people probably didn't know about what was going on. And now they have like almost an evidence, like it gets the conversation going. Maybe they were struggling to, but this will certainly be like outcry. And so, yeah, documentaries have the way of doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Well,
Nice.
so you want to go on to something happier? What'd you watch?
Yeah, okay. It's not necessarily happier.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I was meant to go and watch today. I was meant to go and watch Imaginary,
Okay.
but we decided to buy food instead. So we came home and did that thing, that you do. I'm gonna talk about something, but I'm gonna look for something a little older. And talk about on the podcast if it's good. And we came something. It's not that old. 2020. There's a film called Looks That Kill.
Never heard
It's
of
a film called The Story of a Teenage Boy Who Deals with the Ups and Downs of Being Lethally Attractive. Now, when I read that, that was my reaction as well. So from when he's born, the doctors look at him and go, so beautiful, and drop down dead. Yeah, literally, their eyes go wide and drop down dead. So for his foreseeable future, he wears bandages around his face, he has a mouth open, and he wears dark glasses. But that does mean that for the rest of his life, he can't let anybody see him, and whenever anybody does see him, they die. And it's horrific. Like, it sounds funny. Then he meets up with a girl that they really hit it off with. Like, she's quirky and dark like him, because his humor is dark, because his life sucks and his parents been trying to help him through it. But every time a psychologist says maybe it's just all in your head, and he's like, no, trust me, it's not. And then he takes his bandages off and they drop down dead. It's like he word gets around. They move to a town that has the least amount of population as possible to try and just to live life. The problem is, oh my gosh, I don't know how much to say. The problem is there's something wrong with the girl as well.
Oh,
And so it's like a tragic love story. It's beautifully told, wonderfully acted, has that air of something supernatural, because that's not normal. He has a disease that kills people because he's so pretty in his face. That's weird, and sounds like a comedy. It isn't. I equate it to something like My Girl. I don't know if you remember that film.
jeez. Yeah. Okay.
It's awesome. It's a really good film, well acted, great indie vibe. You love the characters. One of the things that they do, these two, that when they kind of spend time together, is they go to an old age home, and you meet some really interesting characters as they at the old age home. There's just so much to love about this film. Yeah, it's awesome.
Do they answer why the parents can look at the kid?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the gut emotional punch at the end of the film. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. Okay. That sounds. I've never even heard of that. So that is. And I mean, just the description.
Just the description.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's when we came across and I was like, what? Putting that on.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let's head back to the chats.
Okay.
Really quick. Let me see here. Try and find out where we're at. Okay. So the Littlest Hobo, Canadian series, about a dog who goes around helping people like Highway to Heaven.
Ah, okay.
That's cute.
That is cute.
Yeah. Sexy Beast is back because of Zone of Interest and Jonathan Glazer. Huh. I don't.
Okay.
Okay. Honor Sacrifice. Oh man, Shogun episode 3. I can't wait to get there. Going back to themes, Peacemaker.
Oh
Dude.
my gosh.
I mean, James Gunn said that he wanted a theme song that
Yeah.
people would not skip.
Yeah.
Before I'd even watched the show, I had watched the theme song multiple
Yeah.
times on
Yeah.
YouTube because it
Yeah.
was just so good.
That
And so-
theme tune, should win awards. Yeah,
What-
it was incredible.
Supposedly, he's making a new one
Yeah.
for the second season.
I heard that.
That is wow. Yes, Ruben, you're going to need a typical American breakfast: waffles, eggs,
Okay.
bacon, sausage, hash browns. Not your British breakfast, not the beans and the soggy bacon
I like
and the
eggs and
tomato
bacon and
mushrooms.
sausage and
Okay,
hash browns.
okay,
Yeah, that's kind of
okay.
normal.
Nice. That's what we're having for dinner tomorrow
Nice.
when all the family comes over. Yeah, it's going to
Awesome.
be outstanding.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, let's see here. Strain's a better book from Froset.
Strain is a better what?
Book.
A book. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Let's see. Characters always made the dumbest choices.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I think that's for a lot of these series, though. You know
Yeah,
what
just
I
to
mean?
add more drama. If they made all the right choices, it'd be 2 minutes long.
Exactly.
Like, nope,
yeah.
not going in there, locking that door. See ya. Roll credits.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's. Yeah. That's why we like The Gentleman too, because the brother, the idiot brother. I mean, if he didn't get into all those things, yeah.
Yep.
The show's over. There's no real. Yeah. There's no conflict. Yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious pools of butter mixed with maple syrup are the best. See, Chris understands. He's not talking about potato waffle. What in the world?
That's because Chris is in America, right?
Well, yes.
It's
but-
American. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. No. I mean, I've had potato pancakes.
What?
What is it? Crap.
No.
Afghani from an Afghani restaurant. Oh my gosh, the potato pancakes were amazing. They're this big. They're super thin. Oh my gosh, they're dangerous because you can eat like 50 of them.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so good.
I've never had any of that. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, no, so good. I'm not big into Indian food.
I love Indian food. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. All the Indian food. Samosas. It's probably not Indian. I mean, what is Indian food? Because it's very westernized in England. So like chicken tikka masala, like a korma, baltis, all of that kind of stuff is very westernized. But if you go to Nepal or India, the spices that they use are so much more decadent and tasty. So yes to all of that. Why don't you like Indian food, Chris?
Not into the curries.
You don't like curry?
all. No.
That's one part you won't like about England, because it's curry's big in England.
Yeah, I know. We have we actually, because we have a large Hindi population and Sikh population in my town, in my city. We have a lot of Indian food and curry places and stuff like that. I just there was one that was curry and pizza, and I didn't understand that combination at all.
I don't understand that comment.
It was there for quite a while, so it must have
right.
been doing somewhat well.
Must have been doing
But
quite well. Okay.
Yeah. The horror series From has a good theme. Oh yeah, Que Sera Sera. Mm-hmm.
It's just unfortunate it's like
Lost.
Yeah.
T Styles, the program, yes. The way they left. Oh my gosh, isn't that crazy? I can't believe that they left all of the.
They just
bad-
didn't care. They were like, no one's going to do anything about this. Yeah.
I mean, that was a treasure trove for investigators.
Yeah.
You know, and and law enforcement really should have gotten on there too.
That's crazy that just makes me think that they're being paid off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
the local. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the local. Yeah, exactly. Fire of Love, I heard was amazing. I just haven't.
Was that
I haven't
about
seen
the island?
I think it had the cover was like on a volcano and
Yeah.
two people in like those.
Oh yeah, I think
tinfoil
I saw
suits.
that. I think I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, did you watch that? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was very good. Yeah. I didn't know that's what it was called.
Okay. 7-Ups for old documentaries. Huh? Kids in Education. Oh, that's interesting. I've never even hear those. Oh, they went back every 7 years for kids. And,
oh
and
wow,
filmed
yes. Yeah.
That-
I remember that. Yeah.
them. Have we finished Death and Other Details? That would involve me starting it.
I haven't started it. Yeah. So no.
No, I haven't yet. Glad that it's good. I mean, you're enjoying it. I take it. So sweet. Marginal Man wants to know: are we liking Constellation? I loved Constellation.
No.
So there you go. Don't feel bad if you hate it and don't watch it all because Ruben did not finish it. Am I correct? You never went back, right?
No.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was wonderful, and So there you go. And yes, the parents were being huge money in that. The Birdman. I've never seen Birdman. Have you seen it?
No.
I
People
want
keep
to see
telling me to, but it looks very artsy. So yeah. But it's Michael Keaton.
Yes, exactly. He's coming out with his directorial debut soon too, which I'm kind of excited for. Chris Ratzlaff said he finally watched Poor Things. Have you seen that yet, Ruben? Did you watch it?
Yeah, finally watched it.
And okay. That Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo were excellent, but yeah. Jeff saw Imaginary. It was another Blumhouse horror movie. See, that's what I was afraid of.
Yeah, Imaginary was fine. Just another Blumhouse. Yeah, nothing special. Okay, thanks for letting us know, Jeff.
I love that. T Styles looks the kill. Sounds insanely absurd. Runs to put it on my list. Yes. All right. Let's see. We'll do one more. How about that? From Fro. Have either of you seen the British TV show The Jury Murder Trial? Landmark experiment follows the staging of a real-life murder trial in front of two juries of ordinary people. Oh, wow.
No, I've never even heard of it.
That
Sounds good, though.
Yeah, that would be curious to see. Because that's wow. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm doing time codes.
Okay.
Next on my list is another Netflix limited series. This time it's
Okay,
German.
you
It's 4
talk while I
episodes.
change battery.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's called The Signal. And The Signal, it's another space type of sci-fi type of thing. At first, I thought it was going to be really like a whole lot like Constellation because you have a astronaut who comes back from the International Space Station and things go a little wonky. And it's not like Constellation at all. That they have very differing storylines and what's just the whole point of that. This one, I enjoyed the questions because so much more is on family, and it's a dad and daughter who are on Earth, and what happens is the plane that is returning the mom astronaut and another astronaut and then a whole bunch of other people, just regular people on an airplane, disappears. And so you have, I'm talking about the signal.
Signal. Yeah.
The husband and daughter are now left in this limbo. They don't know what's going on because the plane's not been found. So are these people alive? Are they not? You go through all of that turmoil. And because of different circumstances, the authorities start to believe that maybe the wife had something to do with the plane's disappearance. And, so they're questioned. And I mean, the ending for me, the ending for everybody is going to be, I'm curious at how other people take it, because it's a simple ending, and it's probably not what a lot of people expect. And so I could see that being a disappointment. Like, you get through 4.5 hours ish of this show and you go, that's it. For me, though, it was the words surrounding what that it was. And it was like, oh, wow, I think that was powerful. I appreciate that. I like that it's a limited series. I like that it's 4 and done. I like that
I
it's
like that.
German. The acting was spectacular. The husband and then the daughter, and I don't know if the daughter's really deaf or not, but in this she's deaf. And she's phenomenal, very expressive, and they both elicit just a lot of compassion and sympathy because of just you're watching them and things are happening to them, and there's in the middle of all their distress and their grief about not knowing where their loved one is, and excuse me. And then being bombarded by conspiracy theories and people upset and just the whole gamut of things, So the effects, though, I got to talk about this because this is stupid. Like in Constellation, when they're in space, it looks like they're in space. I mean, they're floating around and it looks very
they did
natural.
a good job with that, at least. Yeah.
They did, yeah. In the Signal, the first time kind of we see the astronauts floating, you can actually see their suits bunched up around the legs, like where the harnesses were. And then they sit in weird positions. And at one point, it is so hilariously obvious, I guess. It's sad because this American astronaut, you can tell that he's in a harness because of how he's sitting. It's so unnatural. And it's not like he's just hanging there. He's all bent over like he's being propped up and stuff like that. And you're just like, really? That's what we, And then there's a couple of scenes when astronauts have landed. They're in the desert and the sun is setting. And not every time, but several times it looks like it's a soundstage and that the background is very obviously not real. The separation between them is just it's unnatural, and so that was a bummer. But overall, I enjoyed the series. I thought it was fun. It wasn't because of those negatives, like it reduced in how much I was enjoying it. Even though they're kind of minor, it was some of these things where you're like, seriously, you only have a little. It's even though it's partly taking place in space, a lot of the time we're not seeing all of that. We're seeing close-ups of people's face, so it doesn't even matter. But it affected it greatly. So
okay,
yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So that's it on that one for me. What do you got?
Okay. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be alone on this one.
Okay.
I got to see Aquaman and the Lost City finally, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. I was so surprised. There's the bromance between him and his lost brother from that works throughout the film. There are scenes, like desert scenes, like there's a heist that with the creature creations. I was like I wasn't expecting them to be that good and that different. I've never seen that. The banter with the jokes works between them. There is very little. What's her name?
Amber Heard.
Yes, very little Amber Heard, and so obvious that they've like drastically cut down her, like to the point was like, did you guys even need to? You could have said that she was out away on a mission or something. The scale again of like the city of the Atlantis, very much feels like a lived in city. They have like these little cafes and stuff that there will be an action scene that goes past them, and like someone on a weird squid people on a date or something in a like a nice, and something will happen and go past, like really lived in. And then I sort of cared about the characters. They did a big story for Black Manta, like he's the main villain sort of. By no means is it a great film.
Okay.
but it is the best of a bad bunch. Like, I think I'd rather watch that than The Flash again, because the CG in The Flash just really took me out of it. It was just, I'd watch scenes from The Flash, like moments. But in this film, there were more moments that I enjoyed, longer scenes that, you know, cut together the story. The thing is, this film just had fun. It just knew what it was and went for it. There was no kind of, we don't know what we are, we're going to try and beat about around the bush. It's just fun. And for me, it worked. Maybe it's because I went in with such a low expectation that I was like, oh, this is actually good. Like, wait, this is a cohesive storyline, sort of? All right.
How did it affect you knowing, though, that this is leading zero? Where? I mean, like nowhere.
Yeah. You know what? This just felt like a single story in Aquaman's world. It didn't need to lead anywhere. It felt like an individual story, which I thought worked really well to it. It lent into the kind of family dynamic of him being a father. We had little scenes with Nicole Kidman, which I thought was nice to have her back in that role. I was pleasantly surprised by it. It's not a good film, but it's definitely the higher tier of the bunch. And escapism, like switch off your brain sort of stuff. Yeah, it worked fine for me. Yeah.
So enjoyable, but not good.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've had a bunch of those with the Marvels, with a bunch of those in the DC. And this one for me, like, I would still watch it. It's big escapism blockbuster. The graphics look fairly good. The creature creations are awesome, like really interesting, different. And there's enough locations for you to be really interested in what they're going to do with that locations and the sets. There's literally like a cave location that I was just like, oh, wow, that is different. I like that.
Nice.
Yeah, and a fight sequence at the end, like hand-to-hand combat stuff with magics and stuff, that was very good. Like very well orchestrated, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Well, that's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Do you want to hit up a couple of chats before we do more, or do you want to hit up do you have one more?
I'm just going to be doing, let me just check before I rush along. I'm going to be doing anime.
Okay, you want to do that now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, wait, let me...
It's over 9,000!
That clip is so apt, because the creator of Dragon Ball Z passed away from complications like a blood clot or something. And Chris, you were telling me that it was so well known that the government acknowledged it.
Yeah, like I saw something that China, like they had a press conference about it.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, I mean, that shows you how impactful he was and how just relevant he was to their society. So that...
Yeah, I mean, Dragon Ball Z is one of the anime that taught my kids to read. That and Naruto. because we always watch in the original language. That means I have to read quickly as the subtitles pass up. I mean, Dragon Ball Z is so funny because my wife says, "Oh, they're powering up. I'll watch in the next 2 seasons when they've finished powering up." Because it used to be that way with the characters, take a whole 2 seasons to reach there. And this is not even my final form. I like the fact that in Dragon Ball Z Super, they kind of knock that on the head and they get to their forms much quicker. The story arc for Super is one of my favorite characters comes back. Frieza, who we know will always come back in some way. Yet Goku and Vegeta, the bromance that they're always like the rivals of trying to make each other stronger. They're now fighting or training with gods. There's a god that governs each universe, and there's a big tournament arc for the best fighter from each universe, or fighters from each universe, and that's what it ultimately ends up being. This whole series is like 136 episodes, so it's a long arc, but totally worth it. Like once you're hooked in, it's about 20 minutes an episode because they recap so much, and at the end, like previously on One Piece, you can do like 6 minutes of recap in the anime, so it's ridiculous. But the animation has grown from being like, whoa, that's weird, to wow, this is pretty spectacular now. So if you want to get into Dragon Ball Z but you don't want to like watch thousands of episodes beforehand, start with Dragon Ball Z Super, because you will love it. It's quirky, it's stupid, it's everything anime should be. Voice work is incredible, both in the dub and the original, and the artwork is obviously what you'd expect it to be. But it's such a fun anime to dip your beak into becoming an anime lover. So like high praise for the creator of bringing anime to the Western world. One of them, yeah. That and Akira, probably.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Sad news, but a great reason to either revisit or start watching. Cool. Okay, let's go over to some chats. World War Z. What are your thoughts on World War Z with Brad Pitt?
Fantastic. Terrifying. That 10-second countdown. Oh.
Dude, when he's on the the rooftop and he's holding his family back, and he's counting.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. I loved that it was such a different take.
It was certainly
on zombies.
We'd never seen zombies that fast before, and like the horde mentality of it as well. Yeah, terrifying.
And the explanation made sense too. I liked that.
It did. Yeah.
So,
It's great. Great zombie film.
Right. Chris Retzlaff. He's oddly enjoying Deal or No Deal Island.
What is that? I know Deal or No Deal. Like it's a show where they're like Deal or No Deal. Is it that?
Do you get like tossed off
an
the
island?
island, or do you get tossed into the volcano?
We need more information, Chris.
Yeah.
Mr. Retzlaff.
Yes. Badger. As a Brit, I love bird's eye potato waffles.
See?
Grill them, bake them, fry them, eat them.
I told you, it's a thing.
Boil them, smash them, put them in a stew.
They are waffly versatile.
Okay. Yes, I've seen Everest. I enjoyed it.
Tense as well. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. There was my wife and oldest kid were I think teaching that in their classes.
Oh wow.
The book by Jon Krakauer
right.
that the movie's based on.
It didn't make me want to go and climb Everest. I have to say that.
God, no.
I was like, no.
I don't understand people that. I mean, hey, good for you that you see something like that and you want to climb. I look at that and I go, wow, that's big.
I just go, pretty, yay!
Ruben, my wife was not a fan of conversation.
You didn't mention that, Chris, did you?
I didn't. No. She tapped out early. She was just like, you watch it. And I was like, okay, really, really enjoyed. Sorry, let me say, Besu Fekad Mulu. I apologize if I mispronounce your name, but really enjoyed Merry Christmas. Can't wait for the signal and second season of Extraordinary.
Yeah, Merry Christmas has just come out. I commented on Twitter because I was like, odd time to have a Christmas. It's an Indian film, but it's called Merry Christmas. Yeah, and it's just come out. Yeah, at least.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and if you've been listening, you know my feelings on The Signal. And Ruben has talked about Extraordinary or Extraordinary, depending on how you want to do that. Fro tells us, yes, we should start Death, that we haven't seen it. And I know. Well, hey, if you looked at our calendars of the crap we have to watch, and I say crap just as a collective thing, not as in bad or good. But have you had a movie change your worldview or open your eyes? Platoon, Gandhi, and Philadelphia did.
Great question. Philadelphia was definitely one. That was harrowing. I'll probably never watch it again, but certainly changed my perspective. There is this war film with Michael J. Fox that changed my perspective and was harrowing. I remember that. That affected me more.
I'm looking it up to see if I could find what.
Casualties of War. That's it. What about you, Chris? Is there films that...
Yeah. One of my favorite movies of all time is called The Way, and it's directed by Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
And it opened my eyes to different areas of the world and something. And it's about this a walk that people do, a pilgrimage on the Camino de Santiago from France-ish Spain in the Pyrenees all the way to the coast of Spain. And so
Nice.
That's a great question. Good question.
I really wanted, after watching The Way, I was inspired to do the walk because it seems soul cleansing and just good for the body and all that.
Yes, I really that's a life goal now is to go and walk that.
Yeah.
So, see if I can make it happen.
Maybe we can do it together one day.
Exactly. Fro, hot take. Aquaman 2 is better than 1.
See, I kind of agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen 2, so I can't say. So, but
okay.
I trust you.
No, you don't.
No, I don't, but whatever. That's okay. Which is more trippy, Constellation or Severance? Severance.
By far.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also the only one you should watch out of those two. Yeah.
If you could only watch one of those two, Severance every day of the week and then 3 times.
By a mile.
Tuesdays. Yeah, actually. Yeah. Jeff really thought both Aquaman movies were fun. Interesting place to visit, Atlantis. I think those are fun when they do that and they give us a different world, these underwater things. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have not seen 127 Hours.
I have.
Are you sure you should be raising your hand?
I know, that's exactly who I am.
That's in poor taste for both of us.
Wait. I
Somebody's going to hell. It's you for doing it, and it's me for laughing.
Stick me in hell, Jerry.
Oh my gosh.
Can you do some flames next to me, Chris?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Theme song for Dragon Ball Z Epic. Nice. Do you like the theme song for that?
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, special delivery show. Hey, Chris, how you doing? We follow each other on Twitter, so that's cool. Welcome. I'm glad you're here, tuning in. Let's see. You're on the
Banker's Island.
Banker's Island.
Must complete in challenges for cases and then play classic game to not get kicked off. Survivor meets Deal or No Deal.
Is Deal or No Deal that Howie Mandel one where you have like all of the briefcases of...
Yeah, I think so. So it's Survivor meets Deal or No Deal. All right, that's certainly unique. I don't know if it's unique enough for me to watch it, but it's unique.
I only want to watch it if somebody dies.
Actually dies.
Yeah.
Chris wants to watch like old school Rome Coliseum.
Yeah. That's the kind of reality TV I'm into. LJ just watched The Signal also. Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's awesome. Okay. Besu Fakad. Ethiopian. That's awesome. Well, hey.
Cool. Okay.
Ethiopian names are sentences.
That is funny. Even
That's
for
funny.
us locals. Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny. Do give Merry Christmas a chance. Okay, so don't watch anything.
I just go blind in. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good chat.
Yeah, super chat from Special Delivery Show. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm so glad that you're on here, and we appreciate the support. Hope you're enjoying the idiocy that Ruben and I are bringing to the.
Hey,
this. Hope you're having fun.
I just bring constant.
Wisdom.
Yeah, I couldn't even find the words then to make that even credible. Yeah. So.
That was good. Oh,
yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Oh, well, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's see. Chris Retzlaff, Casualties of War is a hard watch. I don't know if I've seen it.
Yeah, it is. It's brutal. Yeah, it makes me angry. It's one of those that unjust. There's no justice. Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, that's... See, I don't know if I want to watch it then.
Yeah, it's very hard. And there is some at the end, but you have to sit through the majority of the hardship. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yasi said movies that change the perspective. Tim Burton's Big Fish, and then
so
John
good.
Williams' maybe it's John Waters' Pink Flamingo.
Yeah, I've never seen Pink Flamingo actually.
I haven't either. Big Fish. Is Big Fish good?
So good.
Okay.
Incredible. That is life changing. Yeah.
Okay.
So good. Yeah.
Severance from LJ. Okay, Badger, you're going to hell with us because just an harmless joke.
Nice. Keep
that's
them coming,
so-
guys.
That's so good. Give Ruben a hand for that joke. Oh my God.
High five. Oh wait.
Oh, I hate a dealer. LJ was not a fan of Deal or No Deal, but The Banker is actually good. Okay. Elephant. Yasi. Elephant. Do you remember that movie? An indie film. Is it Todd Solondz? Is that who did the...
Did remind me of The Elephant Man, the black and white film, and that is...
Oh. Yeah, this is Gus Van Sant.
Oh yeah,
did
no,
this?
I wouldn't watch that. Yeah.
It's been forever since I've seen it, and I don't... yeah.
I'm not a Gus Van Sant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is really... It was well made, but... LJ started Tribes of Europa last night. Do you remember Tribes of Europa?
Oh yeah, that was really interesting. The one that we wanted another season of and never got it. Yeah.
I don't know if we're ever getting it. Yeah. Let's see here. Black Clover. Oh, General started Black Clover a couple of days ago because of Ruben's recommendation.
Nice.
Nice. The Manly Black Bulls. Well, okay, Ruben got it because he laughed. So,
Yeah, I love Black Clover. It's good fun. It's over the top, but it's so fun. Yeah.
nice. Zed, hello. Greetings, welcome.
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
High five. There we go. Prison escape themed movies: Escape Plan, Shawshank, Last Castle, Green Mile, Papillon, Cool Hand Luke. Let's Go to Prison. I've never heard of Let's Go to Prison. It's not Escape, but it's it's Christian Slater. Kevin Bacon. Something, and it takes place at Alcatraz. It is
You
like
mean
a
Sean
harrowing-
Connery and
No, not The Rock.
yeah, that's much more interesting. Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage in Alcatraz.
Yeah, that's a different one. No, it's Sorry, Ruben, do you have one while I'm searching?
Escape movies, prison escape movies. I mean, there's a few space ones as well that you could look up. There's a whole variety of themed ones, space prison movies that are really fun. Escape Plan is okay. I wouldn't rate it very highly. I wouldn't call not Shawshank, The Green Mile an escape prison movie.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, it is a prison movie though. Murder in the First is the one I was thinking of. Kevin Bacon was robbed of an Oscar nomination there.
Murder in the First, he should have
Yeah.
definitely. That's an incredible movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in the theater and was just absolutely blown away. Oh, it also had Gary Oldman in it. Okay, that's what I thought it did, but because he was the warden. Oh, terrible, terrible. Cool. A special delivery show, Inner Space, fun film. You know, that has been
been so long.
forever
Yeah.
since I've seen that. Oh my gosh. Oh,
I remember that. I remember, yeah, the romantic scene. And the dude is inside the body with these space. Yeah. Awkward. Yeah, it's great. The things that stick in your mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I feel like there's something punching in my eyeball. And there was.
Okay, let's hit up 4 more comments, and then we'll go into the Taking of Deborah Logan. Zone of Interest, masterpiece of filmmaking. Yeah, a lot of people have talked about that, and that is that your phone or my phone making that noise? Can you hear it?
Might be mine. I can't hear
Okay.
anything, but
Oh, okay. So, Shiny, hola. So, Ruben, did you get to watch episode 5 of Ninja Kamui?
I did not, because they didn't send me the screeners like they did last week.
Oh no!
They just sent me one. It's just like, what's the point? What am I going to do with one episode?
Yeah. Oh.
So I will be watching it tonight, I guess. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Hell or High Water from Zed. Ruben, what do you think?
Yes. Incredible.
Yeah.
One of the best modern westerns of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. I love Ben Foster too. I think he's outstanding.
Yeah, he's outstanding.
And the line when they're robbing the bank and you pack an old timer? What do you think? You know, of course I am.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I need to watch that again. I miss that film. It's great.
So good. Yeah. And let's see here. Final, the first season of Prison Break. I enjoyed that too. We did that for a Patreon, and I had never seen it, and I enjoyed it. I liked the first season. So cool. All right. Let's see here. Let me find the time code here. You want to go on to the Taking of Deborah Logan, Ruben, or did you have anything else?
No. Let me just. Yeah, let's go on to the Taking of Deborah Logan.
Okay. Oh, this was a first time watch.
Wait, Christian.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna play something for our audience.
Hi, Chris. I just wanted to let you know that Ruben slept brilliantly, but I didn't. She kept popping up in my dreams, and eventually, every time she did, I just said, "Shut your face," and tried to go back to sleep.
All right, the Taking of Deborah Logan. I forced my wife to watch this with me, and she said, "Is this scary?" I was like, "Chris, this is more of a mental one, but there's some creepy moments, and there's this thing where I probably want to text him about something we've seen." And she was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And so we started watching it, and we thought it was a movie about Alzheimer's. It's certainly what the documentary said it was about.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I get a text from Ruben. Kirsten says, "What the F?" Oh my gosh. So it's 2014. Elderly woman battling Alzheimer's disease agrees to let a film crew document her condition, but what they discover is something far more sinister going on. So it is a found footage type of presentation.
It very much feels like it could be a documentary. Like at the beginning, you think, what, is this real?
Yeah, because she's doing, the film crew is like for a dissertation.
Yeah.
And so it's her PhD project, this person, and they go to this house. And the first time we meet Deborah Logan, she's very
lovely
pleasant
lady,
and,
pleasant.
yes,
Yeah.
little quirky, little.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
But you kind of, like, you know, it's about Alzheimer's, so you kind of, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You don't know
yeah.
which memory or what age they are in their mind, so.
Exactly. And then as they're documenting more and more, the behaviors become more erratic, and weird things happen.
This stuff that happens, like, at the back of the screen that reminded me, like, of Hereditary. You know, like, that there'll be someone just run past quickly. Or you'll see her pick up a snake for some reason, but you don't really know why. It's like, why is she messing with this thing? And nobody seems to. It's, things progress like just constantly uphill. So what you think was normal becomes normal later on in the film. So it keeps you watching because you kind of want to know, is she ill or is there something more going on?
Well, and I love because the behaviors can be explained away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people get confused. They don't know necessarily where they're at, or they think they're doing something else. And so you can see, I mean, this feels legitimate.
Yeah.
Until it doesn't. Until it gets, then the mystery gets thrown in. Like
it's worked very
through.
well because they've recorded everything, so they're doing it for dissertation, so they're trying to record her behaviors, document, so you have a legitimate excuse to have the cameras, or a real world excuse to have the cameras all around. Then when they take some of the footage and they see some weird ass stuff happening, they're like, explain this to me. She's gone from there to there, but there's no break in the footage, it's continuous. So explain that to me. Can I just say, it's the first time in the film I've ever seen a cameraman make a good decision. One of the cameramen said, I'm out, I'm done, and goes home, and that's it. And I was like, because that's me. Have I seen what is going on? I don't care how much money. Call the people that deal with this stuff. I could give you a few names. And but I'm not staying anywhere near.
Did you like, or what did you think? Obviously, we don't want to give spoilers, but kind of the twist that the story takes on once the mystery comes in.
Yeah, once they can't really explain what's going on, just with Alzheimer's, and there could be more medical stuff or something else going on. Mm-hmm. I thought it's one of the few films where there's a legitimate story, like you can explain it, which I like, but it's also, stuff happening. But I thought that the story itself was really interesting. There's obviously a moment in the film, well, there's a few moments that are really gross and weird and icky, but there's one moment that you'll probably look up on YouTube and everybody will ruin the film for you because that clip will be on everywhere for you. But I'm glad that clip is where it is in the film, because you work up to it, you earn it. And you're so like tense, and you've been in the dark with the cameraman for ages, and then the thing happens. And it's nothing that you can ever really expect to happen. Like, I didn't know what she was doing with that other person. Like, but never in my wildest dreams would it have been that, right? Which is why my wife goes, "What the fuck?" Like that's the sort of guttural reaction that you have.
My wife, who has seen it already, we watched it last night again, and she's watching like this.
Yeah.
She's like, no, which I don't blame her. I mean, it's horrifying. It is. And my youngest and I were sitting on the couch waiting, because we're laughing because we remember what's coming up, and she didn't totally remember what was coming up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
This is kind of like one of those, like I think back to, oh shoot, why did the name just completely go? It's a found footage, it's superhero Chronicle. How you see, like the static camera from, it's placed somewhere, and you get to watch some weird, freaky, or horrifying things happen. And at one point towards the end of the film, Deborah is getting out of something. And you're like, oh, because oh. I mean, it reminded me of a Stephen King short that was then directed by Mike Flanagan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. But worse, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Totally worse.
My wife said this feels so much more real because it's on camera. A lot of the footage, like that, what you see mostly is just all found, literally, and then that always lies to you by the fact that this is real. because it feels like it's real. So yeah, because your brain has been lied to that this is real because you're watching security cam footage. Everything that you're seeing on screen is much more scary, even though you know it's not. So it plays with you that way, which is clever. Yeah, I won't ever watch it again, Chris.
I love how it holds up. I mean, I was surprised
Okay,
because
that's
it's.
good. Yeah.
I mean, it's 10 years old,
Wow.
and it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they didn't feel old. I mean, apart from like the camera, but you don't see a lot of that. So that it's yeah, and it's set in a place where the house that would be the house. Yeah, it does hold up.
What some of the funny things is the comments that happen off camera but are picked up. Like one of the cameramen talking about
Yeah, and it's not
white
even in
people
focus.
and their basements and their attics, and then like third attic, what the fuck? It's just so funny.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. All right. Well, so the Taking of Deborah Logan. If you've never seen it, go with Ruben's recommendation and watch it immediately, and watch it at night, right before you go to bed.
When was that my recommendation? I don't
That's what you
remember
were
saying
telling
that.
me all week. You're like, yes, this is so good. I can't wait. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Okay. Because we accidentally skipped this last week. Should we make sure that we talk about the thing that did not make our list this week?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You want to hit up? You want to go first?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, 2 Frankenstein movies, Poor Things and Lisa Frankenstein, both for. Okay, so look, Poor Things have been nominated for 11 Academy Awards, right? So I know it's well acted. I know it looks good, but this film is very artsy. It totally is. You can't tell me it's not. It's an artsy film.
Oh, no, it is. Yeah.
It's got a weird, quirky score that is all over the place. And if you are not ready, if you didn't know that was what the movie is, you're going to go into this thinking, what the hell am I watching? Because I watched the trailer and this is not what the movie is at all. Like the trailer completely lies to you. It makes it feels like it makes you think it's a quirky take on Frankenstein and it's going to be somewhat fun and unique. And it totally is that, but in like ways you couldn't imagine. And I love the creativity. I love the acting. I think all of that is brilliant, but I was just like, I can't with this movie. And so that was Poor Things. And then I watched Lisa Frankenstein. And I was just like, it lacks so much substance. It has a brilliant, costume design. It has brilliant characters. It just felt so flat. Like there was nothing that I could really gravitate towards. In fact, I ended up disliking, my wife both and I ended up disliking the character more and more as it went on because she wasn't good. She was hurting people and it got worse as it went on. So it wasn't like you could be rooting for them. What they were doing was wrong. And not everybody that they did stuff to was good, but not everybody they killed or hurt was bad. And so they end up just being these two people that I'm looking at going, why am I rooting for them again? Yeah, no, I couldn't get behind either of those two.
Who did they get that was good? I can only remember 2 of the kills. So
I know,
and both of those people were terrible.
Well, I don't want to do all spoilers, but there's definitely one person that, I was just like, what? Why have you killed this person? And he was just willing to kill whoever just to get body parts.
Well, sure, but I mean, he's also back from the dead, so I mean, there is that.
Okay, but he's not a good guy.
He's okay, but dude, how expressive was he? Did you like?
I loved his performance, and I loved the very like Edward Scissorhands feeling, very Tim Burton, all of that with the music. Like I did enjoy it, but it's just I felt like it needed more. Like I wanted more meat to the story. She was quirky and weird, like I expected her to be, but at the end, I just felt like she was a psycho serial killer. And that's how she came across. Like she grew into that throughout the film.
Okay.
That hurt, Chris.
That did.
Because you really liked.
I did, and I can't wait to buy it. That's the other thing. So,
Wow.
But
Okay.
that's okay.
right.
We can disagree, and you can be wrong. So it's,
Maybe I'll watch it again, in a few months, and I'll be like, I'm really enjoying this now. It's possible,
sure. Okay.
but I doubt it. Yeah.
Okay. For me, I watched a movie, and this might hurt you. I don't know if you've even seen it, but I know you like the director.
Yeah.
I watched from 2008 a movie called Doomsday. It's directed and written by Neil Marshall, who also did my favorite movie, Dog Soldiers.
Your favorite movie. Yeah. Nice.
Have you seen this movie?
Yeah, a couple of times. Yeah.
Okay. Do you like it?
It's fine.
Okay. It's several different movies,
Yeah.
which made me kind of scratch my head, especially because once it ends, you're like, what was the point? There was no point. You have this military team who, back up, a plague has hit Scotland, part of the UK, no other place in the world, and so they've walled off. Is it Glasgow? I believe they walled off, and
Glasgow.
like 30 years later, this plague, virus, whatever, has come back. And so this military team is sent into Glasgow to see if they can find the original doctor who supposedly came up with the cure, find his research or whatever. So they go.
Yeah.
It is Escape from New York. Because once they get into this place, everybody is in like, it's the craziest thing. They have mohawks and they're all painted, crazy, and they're kind of cannibals. They are cannibals, which that part of it could make sense. Then though, we transition into another place within Glasgow that's in a castle, and it's all medieval.
Yeah.
Like, there's no technology. They all wear rags and everything else. Like, they've chosen this.
Yeah, it's like society broke down so quickly, and then they became like, yeah.
Yeah, so they use
They
candles
went back
and
to
everything.
the medieval time, yeah.
Yeah, and they're totally okay with that.
Yeah.
And some of the action is fun. I'm not discounting that. But then after we go from Escape from New York to Robin Hood or Braveheart, then we go into Mad Max, and there's this chase scene on a highway road type of thing with the people from Escape from New York having all kinds of these literally Mad Max vehicles. That's what they look like. I mean, it's just it's like, and you're like, what? I don't.
It's many movies. It's like he just wants to play in all the genres and decided to put it all in one movie.
Yeah. Rona Mitra, isn't it? There's actually some decent actors in her, which is funny because you've got like Bob Hoskins. What's his name from?
What's his bucket?
Yeah, what's
Alexander
his
Siddig? Is that who?
No, that's not who I was thinking of. There's what's his, the bit of the old ultraviolence. Malcolm McDowell. There's the dude from he's from Braveheart. We're not on my island. So anyway,
What made you even choose this?
Because it's been on my watch list for quite a while.
Right.
And it looked weird. And it looked kind of
If
funky.
you-
I don't know.
Like next time, just
post-apocalyptic.
text me, say, "Hey, Ruben, I'm about to watch this movie by Neil Marshall, one of your favorite directors. Do you recommend this?" I'd be like, if you didn't like Dog Soldiers, you're probably not going to like this one.
Yeah. Oh, one of the guys from Dog Soldiers is in this too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the violence is fun. The action is kind of crazy. I mean, it doesn't make sense all the time, but that's okay. But it's
all over the place. Yeah.
it is all over the place. It is, and it's not actually worth. I mean, it's an hour and 45 minutes. Especially because how it ends. There's no reason for this.
Right.
I'm like, what the? That's what. Okay.
That's how you're ending it?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Why? Well, I don't understand. So anyway, okay. Enough of that. Before we get, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I had one more
Oh, do
thing
you
I did
really?
not like. Yeah.
Okay.
Damsel. I had high hopes for this movie.
Yeah.
I know you like this less than I do, actually.
Yes.
Because I like, there's two parts of Damsel. There's the movie that's in the caves where she's fighting the
Yes.
dragon.
Yes.
And then there's the movie outside of the caves, like the
Yes.
the castle. And
Can we call that a movie? That
Well,
part of it?
you take... Well, yeah, there's a good 20 minutes before we get, maybe half an hour before we get into the caves. They take their time.
This is, yes, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
And then there's the ending, which is like 5-10 minutes. So there's a 40-minute chunk. But most of the movie's in the caves. And I like the sets in the cave, like the different locations, the creatures that do stuff. I liked all of that world building. I love the dragon design. I thought the dragon designs
gosh,
in my top 5 dragon designs of all time. Looked incredible. And then we have the voice of the dragon. And I was just like, all day long, why can't the movie just be about the dragon?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Millie Bobby Brown was fine. A lot of screaming. Somewhat believable in becoming that female strong character. You know, not that we haven't seen her be 11 and strong, you know, and progress. Yeah. It just... The dialogue, man. Like, seriously, bad dialogue. Her sister in the film has this one line that says, like, you know, like, and you would never, it's language that would never be in that sort of medieval time. It was very out of character as well, because everybody else is speaking quite prim and proper.
Yes.
And then her sister comes like, you know, and I was like, what happened? Did someone accidentally take an audio cue from another movie edit and just stick it in there? It's bonkers.
Okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit about a spoiler, sort of, because the movie's terrible. So if you haven't watched it, just tune out for a second. But I think they could have turned this movie around if, instead of, and this is the whole plot. I mean, Millie Bobby Brown is thrown into this this pit where the dragon is a sacrifice. Okay, I think if her sister had been thrown in, and she is the one then to go rescue her.
Then it's a rescue film, and then you have the two that they can kind of play off. Yes, and then she's got to save her sister. Way better. You solved that film, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, had they done that, now it gives her this real reason, and me want to watch her succeed. And then you can do all of the other stuff in there, and you can bring in the reason for why the dragon is doing this and the whole thing. It's just, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I felt for the dragon more
Absolutely.
when you found out, like, why.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
They burn them all.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Anywho, okay, back to your comments.
Yeah, let's go back to some comments here. Let's see here. Scroll back up to where we had stopped. Prison Escape series. Going back to that. Escape at Dannemora. I've never seen that, but I've heard. Like, so many people have told me to watch that.
Look at the cast.
I know. Ben Stiller, Paul Dano. Oh, Ben Stiller. Did Ben Stiller direct that? Wow. Paul Dano, Patricia Arquette, Benicio del Toro.
Okay.
NBC series Alcatraz.
I've not seen it.
I don't remember that.
I do know of it, though. Doesn't that have, from Community, the African-American actor...
Donald Glover?
Yeah. Isn't that him?
No, I think, well, let's see here. There was one on Fox that had Sam Neill in it.
Oh.
I don't know. Okay. LJ saw Inner Space in the theater. You're outing yourself of your generation, just like this. So, hey, there you go. All Italian New Realism, perspective changing. Huh. Okay, Jessica to Fellini. I don't know if I've seen any of the Italian New Realism films. Oh, I don't know if you can. I wouldn't think Poor Things, because that's Yorgos is, I think, Greek.
Mm.
So, yeah. Do you ever wish for John McTiernan, Die Hard 1, 3, to make a good comeback someday? And misses great action movies of the 80s and 90s.
I don't know, because would his films be accepted today? What was accepted in films back then is what made them incredible. I don't know what he would do to make a good 80s, 90s movie like that.
Yeah.
I
I don't
know how
know.
it
But I
would
mean,
work.
but if I look at his, let's just go here. I mean, he hasn't directed a ton, okay? But some of the standouts. Predator,
Yep.
Die Hard, Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
I liked Medicine Man, but Last Action Hero, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Thomas Crown Affair, 13th Warrior,
Nice.
Rollerball, Basic. Basic was really his last.
Yeah,
in
those last two
2003.
weren't particularly great. Rollerball's okay.
Basic was John Travolta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think his stuff would work today. I know. Well, unless they embraced all the camp of the 90s, maybe.
If they allowed him to do what he did back in the 80s and 90s, yes. If they tried to modernize Tiernan,
But see, I don't know if the 80s and 90s stuff as is works.
because, Stranger Things worked. And that was great.
Yeah, but that's pulling in the sci-fi type of thing. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Escape from Dannemora was excellent on my third watch.
Wow. Okay.
Or wait, we could read it a different way. Escape from Dannemora was excellent. I'm on my third watch. So it could either be it didn't become good until the third watch.
I think he means he's on his third watch
Okay,
of Escape from Dannemora.
There you go. Okay. Movie. Oh, Sound of Metal. Yeah, my wife has progressive hearing loss, and so hearing that and being able to hear what the cochlear implant sounds like, getting a feel for that, as
Right.
well as then also personal experiences with audiologists who are autist, which means they are prejudiced against people like that. Like they would push for a cochlear implant, which actually severs so you are like, if you're deaf, your ears, it's still connected to your brain. With a cochlear implant, they sever that and they rewire it so that you hear, your brain then interprets a signal. And it's crazy. So if you're not fully deaf, you become fully deaf by a cochlear implant. Some people enjoy them, some people don't, but it's crazy to hear how some of the stories. So yeah, Sound of Metal.
Sound of Metal is good.
So good. And I think Riz Ahmed really should have won something for that.
He should have. 100%. Yeah.
Did we watch last year's movie? I have not watched Inside, but I really want to see that with Willem Dafoe. Have you heard of this one? Did you see it?
No.
I think, if I'm remembering correctly, he's like an art thief, and he gets locked inside of a place during a robbery. And so
right.
it's just him stuck in this place. So
Oh, gosh.
yeah, I haven't seen it, but I want to. You watched Tar. I'm not going to watch Tar.
That's not for me. Thanks.
Martyrs, still have not watched it. At some point I will.
Yeah. I'm not going to watch that.
LJ, when I found out Blair Witch was fake, it left a bad taste in my mouth for found footage films. Okay, but can we talk about the brilliant marketing that when Blair Witch Project came out, the internet was just beginning, really. I mean, it was taking hold, you know what I mean? Like we were all really beginning to get access and stuff like that. And you couldn't tell that you couldn't find things online that said it was fake. It's just, there are some really good found footage films. Troll Hunter is one of my favorites.
Love that.
Chronicle
Yeah.
is another, like,
I like Cloverfield. I'm a big fan of
oh my
Cloverfield.
gosh. that could make you sick. The
Yeah.
shaky cam, but it's done well.
I think that helped the marketing. Some people like coming out going, "Oh, I was like throwing up."
threw up and-
yeah. I was like, "Oh, people want to see how crazy it was." Yeah.
Yes, nice. For a film that impacted Son of Soils, The Lion King. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Martin Yetna.
Witness. With
That
Harrison
is
Ford.
Harrison Ford, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Solar Babies. I've heard of that. I've never
heard of Solar
seen that.
Babies. Okay. Chris, I hope you're adding all of these down because our list is so big.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Solar Babies from 1986, a post-apocalyptic future ruled by the military. Group of renegade teenage orphans find a legendary orb that can supposedly bring the rain back to a dried up Earth.
There's an 80s film we haven't seen.
Yeah, wow. Jason Patrick, Lucas Haas, Peter DeLuise, Jamie Gertz, Adrian Pasdar, Charles Durning. Wow, there's a lot of people in here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't seen it. We're gonna have to watch that. Poor thing is artsy Barbie.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. Akira Toriyama. Yeah, so good. Let's see here. Pi. Change. I have not seen Pi. Darren Aronofsky. Have you seen Pi?
I think so. If I remember, it's brutal. Yeah. Yeah. But that would be many years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Lines and Poor Things had me laughing out. Yeah, there were some things that were, definitely. Yasi agrees with you. He was not a fan of Lisa Frankenstein. You're both wrong. So there you go. Give Williams' first feature directorial debut a solid B or A minus. Wait, which Williams? Who are we talking about?
What are you talking about, Chris?
The problem with us going back to comments later is we've lost the
What
frame of
Williams
reference.
have we been talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. Bobby?
Okay.
I don't know. Spoof. Yeah, see, that's why the ideas from this have been stolen so many times too. Like, the whole Suicide Squad thing, stolen directly from Escape from New York.
Yeah.
Malcolm O'Dell, Bob Hopkins, they were both great in there. Badger reminded me of an adult version of the TV series The Tribe.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I know it's a spelling error, but I like Punk Floyd.
Nice. Punk Floyd's manager.
So that should be rephrased. Mr. Smee, he was excellent in that.
Smee.
Yes.
He was great in that role.
Let's see here. Damsel's dialogue was written by AI.
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange. Wow. It is. It's not a scary movie as in horror scary. It's scary because of the message that they're doing in there and the social commentary. The book is fantastic.
Oh really? I've never read the book. Okay.
Yeah, I had Sherry and I took a criminal justice class in college, and the best criminal justice class I've ever taken because we read novels about so we read that. We read Presumed Innocent. We read The Onion Field. All of these, which are also then made into movies, and I was so good, so good. Let's see here. LJ said Solar Babies was awesome. Chris, Mr. Flickster, hello, welcome. Today is National Barbie Day. I did not know that.
What?
I don't
There's
know.
a National Barbie Day?
I don't know, apparently.
Okay.
Fair enough. There we go. Zelda Williams, Robin Williams' daughter, directed Lisa Frankenstein. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
that puts it. Is that her first film then?
It may be.
Okay. Well, as a first directorial debut, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Mr. Flixer saw Kung Fu Panda 4.
I'm so jealous.
It feels like a straight-to-streaming movie, not an...
No, don't tell me that. Oh, I was so looking forward to that film. God damn it.
You want to hit up entertainment news now? And what we're looking forward to?
All right.
Okay. I only have 2 things for entertainment news. Both of them are odd about series.
Okay.
First, I'm happy about this, and I think I'm okay with it. Upload, with Robbie Amell on Prime.
Yeah.
The 4th season is coming up, which I'm really thrilled about, but it is the last season of the show.
I think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
think it's great, but don't run it to death. Yeah.
Yeah. The first 2 seasons were I liked a lot. The 3rd season was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other one, because we'd been talking about Shogun earlier in the show, it will likely not get a season 2.
Oh, so it's a one and done.
Yeah. Co-showrunner Justin Marks, he said, quote, "We took the story to the end of the book and put a period at the end of that sentence. We love how the book ends. It was one of the reasons why we both knew we wanted to do it. And we ended in exactly that place." End quote.
Great. I like that. Okay.
I like that.
Start.
Yeah, that's what they've chosen as showrunners to do. The creators, writers, everything. They've just said, nope, this is it. We're sticking to the book. That's it. Done. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There's a John Wick TV series. Sorry, a new John Wick TV series.
What?
Live action Wick spin-off TV series, and could bring some Chapter 4 stars back. That's what's in the works at the moment.
What's it called?
I don't know. They haven't.
Okay.
They haven't given it a name yet. This I'm really excited for. Do you know of Paul Logan, the YouTube star turned boxer?
Yes.
Yes. So Netflix are doing a live boxing match with him. But do you know who's fighting?
Oh, I saw a meme. Is it Mike Tyson?
It's Mike Tyson.
Dude.
I can't wait to watch this.
Oh my gosh.
To be fair, Paul Logan has become a boxer. Like, he's done a lot of matches. He's learned some stuff. He's big. He's training. He looks like he knows what he's doing. But Iron Mike Tyson, in his worst day, I can't wait to watch this.
If he still retained the power that he has in his heyday,
yeah,
dude, one punch would destroy you.
Yeah, even 50% of his power, I'm sure, is more than adequate. So I'm kind of excited to watch that.
Yeah, wow. But doesn't Jake Paul do MMA, or is it actual boxing?
No, it's boxing, but he's fought MMA
okay.
fighters before. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm rooting for Tyson.
Ben Affleck, John Berthenel, J.K. Simmons, and Cynthia Addie Robinson are all returning for The Accountants 2.
So excited.
I recently rewatched it, and it holds up. It's so good. And I'd forgotten about the big twist at the end as well. And I was like, oh, wait, yeah, this is great. Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Oh.
Okay.
More news?
No, I don't have any more news.
Okay. Avatar seasons 2 and 3, they're going to finish it. Even though it had a mixed response, they're going to do books 2 and 3, which is fantastic. It means they're going to finish the story. We're going to see what it looks like. I can't wait for season 2, because that's my favorite arc in the story. So,
yeah, I saw Daniel Day-Lewis get it, or not Daniel Day-Lewis, Daniel Day-Kim, totally different person, getting to tell the cast that it had been picked up for 2 more seasons. And they were, so that was exciting. That's
very
cool.
exciting. For all of those past Shadow Hunters, there was this Netflix TV series, Shadow Hunters, vampires, wizards, warlocks, very sort of CW type of show that I fell into. I think I was sick one day and I ended up watching and getting hooked by this soap. isn't particularly good, but for some reason I loved it. It's getting the cast is reuniting for a movie, so which is great because they did leave things unfinished. So, like 5 years after, the cast is coming back to do a movie. So,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah,
That's
it's very
awesome.
cool. Yeah. This news is a bit of a spoiler. Did you see anything about Nicolas Cage?
No,
Okay,
I don't think so.
so it's reportedly, they use the words reportedly, set to return as Ghost Rider in Deadpool 3. I would take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, could you move your phone like a little bit
sorry.
away from your microphone? No,
Yeah,
it's okay.
I'm
You're
just reading off the...
No, you can still do it. I was picking up.
It's
some
crazy that I can't hear
static.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Did you ever watch the series called The Librarians?
No.
Do you know of it? How about
There was a
Warehouse
movie-
13?
Warehouse 13. That isn't that like a Torchwood spinoff?
No.
Oh,
I don't know how to explain to this. Okay, so it's like quintessential episodic, trying to find items that have like supernatural stuff to them and to keep them out of the everybody's hands in case they are used for the wrong. Had a big following, the Librarians, and that's getting a spin-off from one of the main characters. Means nothing to you because you don't know what it is, but we loved it.
I'm looking up Warehouse 13. Okay, and it's
Yeah,
got Joe Mantegna.
Yeah, so I was just mentioning Warehouse 13 because that's a very similar premise.
When
The
did
Librarians.
I mean, there were those movies with Noah Wyle. Oh, it was also a series with Noah Wyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, no, there were Librarian movies, but they were part of the series. Yeah.
Okay. Is it good?
Same cast. It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah. This is my last bit of news. This is good news.
Okay.
Okay. And this is stuff we've been saying all along, but new Disney live action boss David Greenbaum reportedly pitched his approach to greenlighting projects as one question: does this film need to exist?
Oh my gosh. If they actually adhere to that,
Yep.
that
That is the best news.
c-
Like,
'cause-
finally. Yeah.
Because the answer to a lot of that is no.
Is no. Yeah.
It does not.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You wanna
What are
hit
we
up
looking forward to?
Okay, I got to tell you, I have started watching a lot of the things that I'm about to list, and I'm going to give you some.
That means you got screeners to stuff I don't have. That sucks.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give you some. So, on the 15th, Friday, Manhunt on Apple
Okay.
comes out.
Yeah.
I have watched 1.5 episodes, and I will not finish it.
Wow. Okay.
In episode 2, Patton Oswalt is a military general who says, "If you see something, say something."
Okay.
Okay, that's a modern phrase that
Yeah.
I don't like the actors though that have been chosen for most of this. Hamish Linklater, I think is his name, who was the priest in Black Mass.
Yeah.
I like him as an actor. He plays Lincoln, and he's completely wrong for it.
Okay.
Lily Taylor plays Mary Todd Lincoln, and there's only one character in this that I like, and but everybody else ruins it. I'm not feeling it, can't do it. So
All right. So one to miss then.
one to miss. There's also Boat Story, which this is a BBC show. It has come out,
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
out
in the UK.
Yeah, it's come out in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a it comes out on the 12th, I believe. on Prime.
Okay.
And maybe it was just me not feeling it. I don't know. It's a boat that washes up on shore that's filled with drugs, and two dead people. Two strangers find it and then decide to take the drugs to sell. And then we're going on
Wow, a
from
British series you don't like. That's a first.
there. Yeah, I'm really struggling with it.
Okay.
So I don't know. There's also Turning Point, The Bomb in the Cold War on Netflix.
I'm never watching this.
Okay, it is 9 episodes.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the first episode, like they're all an hour or over an hour. This is a chunky documentary, and I believe it's probably way too long. They should have done it in like 3 different parts or something like that. But I've gotten through 2 episodes so far. It's good. Like I'm intrigued by it, and the history that they reveal is interesting and like deep.
Yeah.
But there's so much of it
Yeah.
that I don't know. So.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm looking forward to Chicken Nugget. That comes out on Friday, because the premise is, for everybody that's still with us, a woman steps into an odd machine and becomes a chicken nugget. And that's all I need to read of the synopsis.
Absolutely. That's it. That's
And pick a Rick.
if that doesn't interest you, then yeah, I mean, well, just stay away from it. Irish Wish on Netflix with Lindsay Lohan looks like it might be fun.
Looks like your cup of tea for sure.
Yeah, I don't expect big things from this.
No.
Let's just
Bandidos comes out on Wednesday.
I am really looking forward to this because it looks kind of like Indiana Jones-ish meets The Mummy meets something else.
It's a series as well.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Rain, another series on Netflix, comes out the 15th.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Little Wing is a movie that's coming out on Paramount Plus on the 13th.
Oh.
I think it's more of a
Kids movie?
family movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Then we have Art of Love and 24 Hours with Gaspar. Those are 2 different things, both movies on Netflix coming out the 14th. On Peacock, also on the 14th, Apples Never Fall, Season 1. I've started watching this. It's got Sam Neill, Annette Bening, Plop from The Office, Jake Lacey, Allison Brie. I hate all the characters, which is not a bad thing. It's just
Okay.
I hate them. And Sam Neill, wow. First off, he's doing an American accent, which is
That's weird.
yeah.
Is it not great?
It's more gravelly. Like he's trying to go like this just so he can get rid of any Australian accent that he has. you know,
Right.
But
Okay.
if you like to hate people, this is a good one. It's kind of like, it feels a little bit like White Lotus.
Okay.
Little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's all I have.
Yeah, that's all I have as well.
Oh, okay. Well, then let me write down a time code, and then we can go back to the chat and then finish up from there. Let's see here. Going back. Where are we at? Okay. Shogun is best new series. Absolutely. The Furious Five. Oh, Ruben in Kung Fu.
They're not in it? How can the Furious 5 not be in Kung Fu Panda 4?
Kung Fu Fanda.
Kung Fu Panda, yeah. Kung Fu Panda. Well, yeah, okay, that settles it. I'm not watching that nonsense.
Okay. Now You See Me. Love these movies. I
Yes.
just watched the first one again like 2 weeks
Yes.
ago.
Yes to both. Yes. So much yes.
Fallout series. I still have to watch the trailer on this, but everybody's like super hyped about it.
Yeah, I'm not watching the trailer. I want to go in completely fresh. I've played all the games, even the disastrous Fallout 76, and so I'm a big fan. Yeah.
Okay. Tyson's gonna tear him apart.
Yes, he
Second to
is.
see that. Yes. Badger, like the trailer. LJ, both Fallout and Borderlands looks ridiculous and funny.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, even though some of the casting decisions were weird to me, but yeah.
As somebody who hasn't played the game, I mean, I own them, but I haven't played them. I'm good. I was like, yeah,
you're
okay.
like, oh, cool, yeah,
Yeah. Damsel was the average movie. Yeah.
yep.
Eureka.
Eureka is a wonderful series. I've seen it probably twice through, I think.
Nice.
Love it. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Bunny Dojo also liked Librarians, Warehouse 13, and Eureka. So
Yeah, they're all very similar to each other. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Warehouse 13. A lot of people like.
See, you're missing out, Chris.
I know. Librarians. Doctor Who meets National Treasure.
Yep.
Okay. So see that's awesome. That makes me want to watch it right there, even though it's an American TV show.
It's really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing Imaginary tonight. Well,
Good luck.
yes. Jake, not Paul. Okay. Yes. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay. Well, I knew it was one of the brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. LJ is also going to see Imaginary. So there you go. Have we seen the trailer for Wild Robot? Oh my God.
No, I've seen it around. I just haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it with sound, but it looks
It's good, is it? Okay.
It does look good. It looks, yeah. So, Johnny English movies.
Of course. Yeah, it's Mr. Bean being a spy. Why wouldn't I?
Yes. LJ, 3 body parts.
Yeah, that's not this
you mean
week.
3 body
it's,
problem.
Yeah, 3 body problem probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's next week, not
The 21st.
this coming week. Yeah.
I have screeners for it.
You do?
I do.
Bastard.
I haven't started yet, and I've decided I'm not. I was reading the book. I'm not going to be able to finish it before the series, so I'm just going to stop reading,
Right.
and then I will revisit the book after
Okay.
I watch the series. Just which will probably be the better option. So,
Yeah. Nice.
and let's see here. Wild Robot looks awesome. Favorite heist movies. Ocean's franchise tops the list. The Town.
I mean, the best heist movie is probably Michael Mann's Heat.
Heat. Spectacular. David Mamet does a movie called Heist with Gene Hackman.
You're talking about the original because I think there's a remake that's not very good.
Oh yeah, no, I don't ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that. But the David Mamet, I mean, he's my favorite playwright, even though he is problematic now with some of his views. His yeah, it's spectacular there. TV show The River. It was 2012. I remember this. It was an American TV show.
It's quite scary actually. Yeah, it was a horror.
It only got 1 season though, right?
Yeah, it was very disappointing because the idea of what was going on, there was supernatural stuff going on in there. Had a great cast. Bruce Greenwood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Leslie Hope. Yeah, no, it's really good. I wish they'd done more. Yeah.
Yeah. General, what do you think of What We Do in the Shadows? I've
Love
not
the
watched the
movie.
whole series. I've not even watched the movie.
Oh,
But
I love the movie. Yeah.
It's a casual watch for me, and I love it. Especially because I love Matt Berry. So, yeah. There is, yes, you're right, Chris Original. Don't want to read the first 3 body problem. Yeah, there is, the Chinese show on. I think it's on Prime, at least in the U.S. So that.
I thought I'd seen that had been done before. Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna wait, but then I do want to watch it because I want to see the differences how they do them because the book is written by a Chinese author. So my guess would be that the Chinese series may stick closely to it.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
Operation Fortune.
Yes, that is great. That was really good. It's one of the that was fairly new. It got put to the wayside. It has like a French name as well. if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, Ruse de Guerre
Yeah.
with Josh
Jason Statham.
Hartnett and Guy Ritchie directed it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's Audrey
Jason-
Plaza. Hugh Grant.
Mhm.
Statham. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a great film. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome, LJ. Thanks for.
Oh,
We appreciate you subscribing to both of us. That's outstanding.
yeah.
Cool. And oh my gosh, Arcade 81, dude. That
That hurt so much when I heard that was cancelled. Man alive. That was incredible. What a ride that first season was.
and I tried to listen to the podcast that it was based on.
Yeah, I tried as well.
No.
Oh.
Mm-mm. No. It
How
was-
they how they made that season out of that podcast, I'll never know.
Yeah, because now I could imagine going from the podcast to the show
Yes.
and it being like, wow, what an upgrade.
Yeah.
You go the other direction and you're like, what is this?
What is happening right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. One of the huge disappointments from 2 years ago that when they announced that it was canceled.
It still hurts. Like
Yeah, it does.
Firefly being cancelled, like this one being cancelled.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna start to wrap up here. We'll hit up any last minute comments. Roadhouse, yeah, it just premiered last night at South by Southwest in Texas.
Is
at
this
that
the
festival?
the new
Jake
film?
Gyllenhaal. Yeah, yeah.
I thought this was the whole big critique was that it was not getting a cinema release.
Well, it's not. It just debuted at South by Southwest.
Oh,
So
is that not
it's
cinema? That's the festival.
Yeah, it's a festival, so it's not really. I mean, because they also showed a couple of episodes of Three Body Problem, also
right.
there. So it's
Okay.
it's
It's one of those
you know.
press things.
yeah. That the story supposedly is kind of thin and just kind of but the
I mean,
The
so the original
action.
was as well.
the action though is supposedly like just off the charts amazing.
Okay. Have you seen the original?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. I still love the throat. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if I'm not mistaken, Doug Lyman, who did what did he do?
Doug Lyman. Yeah, he did
Yeah,
the Born Identity films.
Yes, and he also did Edge of Tomorrow and stuff. Yeah, I think he's doing wait, I don't want a producer, I want director. Maybe he didn't. Oh yeah, no, he did. He did Roadhouse. Yeah, the new one. He directed that.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I'm looking
And-
forward to it. It's quite soon, isn't it?
yeah, I think it's coming up in a couple weeks, if that. Also, just because I was on his IMDb, in development, he is set. He's developing right now. Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat.
The sequel.
Yes,
Wow, that's so cool. That's a stupid name, but
it is a stupid name, but who cares?
yeah.
1899. Yep. Yeah, that's another. I wish that was so disappointing
that hurts. Yeah.
that they canceled it. Not looking forward to Roadhouse. Fair enough.
Fair enough, because you like
I-
the original. I get it. Yeah.
I'm enjoying I'm looking forward to the stupid action.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, hey, we thank you so much for everything, for tuning in, for watching us. If you could hit that like button on whichever stream you're watching on, that will help the algorithm, helps people find it. It helps do all those things, like, share, subscribe, everything like that. Don't forget, we also have our Patreon, patreon.com/thebeardedones. As Ruben said, over 90 videos in there. One's dropping today or this weekend, and then a few more we're recording today. So that will be, encourage you to go check that out. Entry point £1. We even have some that are outside the paywall so that you can see what we're up to. If that's something that you like or you want to get involved with, that gives you the opportunity to make us watch shows or movies or both. There's several different options in there. So we thank you to everybody there. Let's see, go back and hit up any comments that we just said, if we missed. Oh, thank you. Yes, we are great friends. We've met once in person, and best friends though still. So
We're going to do it again soon, I believe. Yeah.
yes, I'm looking forward to that. Yes. Mr. Flickster was introduced to the original Roadhouse through Family Guy.
What?
Oh,
That's hilarious.
Awesome. That's awesome. You saw Reacher season 1. If you ask me, Reacher season 2 is even better because I did not like Reacher season 1.
No, you didn't. And that's okay to be wrong.
Yeah. And a lot of people didn't like season 2 though.
Yeah.
I think because they introduced some female companions who were on par with him, and so
I would have
all of
liked to
the
have seen that character
alpha
return.
males. Yeah,
No, I just liked the relationship that he had with.
absolutely.
Yeah, I thought it was really
yeah.
good. Yeah, the woman was great. They had great chemistry.
Dynamic and absolutely. Thank you, LJ, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Oscars tomorrow.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The Oscars tomorrow?
And for everybody in at least the United States, and if your city, county, state participates, it is daylight savings ending, or starts. So we lose an hour. We spring forward.
That means we're going to be different for 1 week, and then I think our daylight swaps again. Ugh.
Ugh. So, welcome to headaches and sickness and car crashes and everything as people just try and get that. Chris, thanks. Everybody, thank you. We truly appreciate it. We're so glad that you were here with us.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Mr. Flickster. Great show. All right, we will see you next week. All right, take care.